Welcome aboard for another video.
Thanks, Conductor Keith.
Hello. So this video falls under the category of, and now for something completely different. So with this video, I get to combine two hobbies of mine, my love of astronomy, well, amateur astronomy, and my love of trains. This is a dark plate glass thing that I bought about 30 years ago, and you can actually look at the sun through it without hurting your eyes.
Before anyone asks, yes, it's rated for it.
I discovered through testing that if I take, this is an old phone because you're actually looking at me through the new phone. If I take a cell phone, my iPhone, and I put that there like that and hold it, I could actually use the adjustments on the screen to take the video. You'll see the video of the eclipse that you'll see in here. I also used my iPhone to take the videos of the trains, and of course, the tripod was in use for my Canon camera to take good photographs of the eclipse, so the trains in this video are as steady as I could manage holding them without a tripod, which I don't normally do. Well, anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was super fun to make. Trains and eclipses.
So we just arrived here at Cornwall, Ontario to observe the solar eclipse. And we're going to park next to the track because I know of this private road. This is a private road I come to watch the trains. We're going to observe the eclipse from here. It'll be 100% eclipse. And of course, I love trains. So if I happen to see some trains along the way, that's great. So I'm set up here. There's people set up there, but this road is not crowded. The highway here was crowded, but nobody knows about this road because it's technically not a road, and it's certainly not on maps. Your Google map and stuff won't lead you onto it. This is just some old road. So here we are in Cornwall, Ontario, and we're watching the eclipse. And the moon is starting to poke its way in between us and the sun. There we go, we're getting there. So what are you seeing, bud?
So, I got to see about half of the moon.
Now, it's starting to get a little dusky. The sun is shining straight down on us, but it's like somebody's dimmed down the lights a little bit. So here we are. This is what it looks like. So what's really freaky right now is that it's at about, what do you think, 2/3 coverage? Little buddy?
Yeah.
But yet, look at our shadows. Everything feels dimmer. But yet, the shadows are very vivid. A whole bunch of people with their telescopes and this and that. At the solar eclipse. The eclipse right now is about 90% covered. And whilst we're waiting, here's an eclipse train. And they just tune it at us, which is very nice. I'm going to let the whole train run for posterity. There's a mid-train helper, and at the end of the train, there's an interesting bus graffiti. How does it look now, little buddy? So it's about 20 minutes after 3 in the afternoon. In about 5 minutes or so, we're going to start seeing a total eclipse coverage, maybe 5 or 10, I'm not sure. It is kind of freaky seeing the train in the dim light. Felix, how's it looking now, buddy? How does that look up there now? Very close? Okay. Yeah, I can sense it's getting darker. Now, as this train is passing, oh, that's a cool, it's a bus. Now that's just freaky. Here we are. Here's Felix. Look at that, see if I can bring it in. Focus on it. Look at that. Total eclipse.
My first ever, let's see if I can zoom in. My first ever scene of a solar eclipse.
And over there is a planet. You can see it.
Well, my dad's recording back there. Let me make it so you can see it better. Yep, there's
a planet.
it is. There it is. My first ever solar eclipse scene. Can't tell me that that's not cool. I'm not really not really good at keeping the camera steady, but still, that's sick.
These are some of the images I was taking in the background. And this is Jupiter, which we could see in the darkened sky. I'll leave the process of how I got this image in the description to this video. But it's super cool how you can see sun flares and prominences in this image. This is a series of 4 pictures taken over 12 seconds just as the moon was coming off the sun.
All right, so the eclipse has passed, and now the moon is traveling on in its way. And that was super cool. It was super dark here. The eclipse is not quite over. There's still about 50% coverage of the sun with the moon going past it now. But we just heard another train whistle, didn't we, little buddy? And another guy waved. I don't know if, I think he waved just out of camera shot. So what was really cool about that, when you can see 100% coverage, it's the first time I've seen 100% coverage, is that it's like it gets darker, darker, slowly, darker. And then all of a sudden, within seconds, it's like somebody's taken a dimmer switch and it's like darker, and then they take the dimmer and they go, ooh, and the light just comes down. And suddenly it's dark, just like that. And sends chills down your spine. It was beautiful, it was wonderful. We could hear people cheering actually in the distance. So there you go. Now, Marie had to work today, so she was home where she had 99.5 or something like percent coverage, which is not bad, but not 100%. Wouldn't have gotten suddenly within seconds dark like it did here. She said it was cool, and but that the dog went completely bonkers. Oh yes, you went nutty, didn't you? Yeah, you nutty dog. You're not very nutty now, though. Well, we're on the way home. And here we have a train. Unfortunately, we're not going to see much of it, but we're crossing the CPR tracks here now. And on the way home, train action never ends.